Consider this. What if there were no absolute truths, no universal moral values, and no divine purpose? This is a glimpse into the mind of Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher who declared that God is dead. Born in the mid-19th century Germany, precisely in the year 1844, Nietzsche was a curious child, drawn early on to the enigmatic world of philosophy. As he grew, so did his ideas, challenging the very cornerstone of societal norms and religious beliefs. His health, however, wasn't as robust as his intellect. Nietzsche battled grave health issues throughout his life, a struggle that played a significant role in shaping his philosophical outlook and writings. His bold assertions and radical ideas were considered controversial during his time, sparking debates and criticism. Even today, his philosophy continues to generate conversations, influencing a wide range of disciplines from psychology to pop culture. Nietzsche's radical thinking laid the groundwork for his philosophy, which we will delve into next. At the core of Nietzsche's philosophy lies two intertwined concepts: the overman and the will to power. Let's dive into the idea of the overman first. This is Nietzsche's vision of the ideal human, a person who creates their own values and lives by them. Not bound by societal norms or religious dogmas, the overman is a trailblazer, a pioneer who carves out their own path in life. They're not influenced by the herd mentality, but instead, they stand out. They lead. They are creators of their own destiny, and in the process they elevate the human spirit. Now let's turn to the will to power. According to Nietzsche, this is the primary driving force in humans. It's not about survival or reproduction, it's about exerting power. But don't get mistaken, this isn't about domination or oppression, it's about the power over oneself. It's about pushing boundaries, challenging oneself, and constantly striving to become a better version of oneself. It's about living a life of self-overcoming, a life of constant growth and evolution. Together, the overman and the will to power form the bedrock of Nietzsche's philosophy. They challenge us to question our values, to push our limits, and to strive for self-improvement. They encourage us to be creators, not followers. They inspire us to be the authors of our own life stories. These concepts are not just abstract ideas, they have profound implications on how we view ourselves and the world. Nietzsche's declaration that God is dead is perhaps his most well-known idea, but what does it truly mean? Nietzsche wasn't announcing the death of a divine being, but rather the demise of the idea of God as a source of absolute moral principles. He observed a cultural shift in his time, a movement away from religious doctrine dictating moral absolutes. But Nietzsche didn't leave us in the moral abyss. He presented a solution in the form of the concept of eternal recurrence. This idea proposes that all events will repeat themselves in exactly the same way forever. It's a call to live our lives as if we would have to live them over and over again, thereby pushing us to make the most of each moment. These ideas challenge us to examine our own beliefs and values, and they continue to provoke thought and debate today. Nietzsche's philosophy has had a lasting impact, influencing many fields including philosophy, psychology, and literature. His bold ideas have been interpreted, dissected, and reimagined in countless ways, continuing to spark thought-provoking debates in contemporary times. Nietzsche challenged us to question traditional norms and values, to confront our fears and anxieties, and to seek out our own truth. Nietzsche once wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." His philosophy invites us to find our own why, to embrace the uncertainty of life, and to create our own meaning.